There you go.
Time for divine shot, KJ events. This real talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Nick shit, dripping in Nick shit. Up in the world most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks real talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cat in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight fact. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, with the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feed me tripping in 10 books. As they cook my game plan, let my brand for loot and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that's the things we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. And we embrace the fan base like the late Anthony Mace. We trace the logo when there's hair space that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. The city decks is on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars that shine like stars divine on Mount Mars. Knicks real talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks real talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks real talk.
right here.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks real talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks real talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it. Yeah, salute everybody. Salute. What's good? Knicks real talk. Game day. Divine Shower in the building. Knicks in Orlando, man, to play the Magic tonight at 7 o'clock at the Amway Center, man. So we're going to go ahead and get it popping. Talk about that game. Talk a little bit about the past game, man. Last night, Knicks fell 127 to 120. So, but overall, man, we here, man. We ready to get it popping. We live, we lit, we always up in here. You got my man partners and my partner, Crying Shop House popping.
Salute to you, Divine. Salute to the chat. Let's get it.
Get it, man. Yeah, real talk. We coming off a loss last night in Miami, just like I thought it would be. One of them 90 type of Knicks games, man. Them boys was scrapping hard out there. They was throwing bumps and bruises and everything. They was at it, man. But just what I predicted it would be. That's going to be a scrapper. Miami was hungry, looking to get back in this thing and try to climb up in the standards, get out of that play-in. So we know we're going to get their A game last night, and we pretty much got it on the offensive side of the ball. They came to play last night. What more can I say? New York Knicks, we came to play offensively, but defensively, our numbers wasn't there last night. We leaving them too many shots open at the three-point area, so that kind of had an effect on the game. But we still hung in there, man. I think a lot of things could have went our way with some calls here, 5-second calls, fouls, unnecessary fouls. I seen 3 or 4 calls that shouldn't even went that way, but it is what it is. We ain't gonna cry with spilled milk. We're gonna get up here and pour another glass. That's hopefully going in Orlando tonight and get a popping shop hours. But overall, it just one of those games where we know we had that game. But, our defense just didn't play like the last 2 games. I'll be getting up 120 points. You can't win like that. Though we could score with the best of them, but our defense still is, which is our identity, what carries us through these wins and everything is our defense. So we just didn't come down on that side of the ball last night and play. But overall, it was a exciting game. It was a fun game. We was in it to the thin. Like I said, a couple of calls went here or there, could have went the other way. Salute my man, Big Taz. Big Taz was popping. And salute everybody out there, man. Y'all get in here and get it popping with us. But Shia, that game was interesting last night for sure.
Yeah, man, Divine, that was an interesting game, man. The 5-second call, I think it was longer than 5 seconds, but I'm a Knicks fan. Also, that walk on Butler, he moved his pivot foot, and then they called a foul on Grimes or one of them that was playing the defense on him. That was terrible. But on to the next one. It was a rough game, man. And I was on Twitter a little bit tonight. If my name is the same name here / Knicks Real Talk. Follow me on Twitter, whatever that means and stuff. But what I was seeing out there was like everybody picking on Tibbs. And there was some things that Tibbs could have did. He could have probably let Mitch stay out there a little longer. The defense played a little stronger when Mitch was out there on the court. Mitch got in foul trouble. Hard got in foul trouble. And it happens. He went to that the small 5-man rotation with Julius being the center. It happens. That's what the Knicks been doing. The Knicks been playing good basketball, and our defense the last 2 games hasn't been up to par. That's it. Point blank. End of story. That is it. We talked about this last night, and me and Divine was just talking about it in the background. We were just talking about how the Knicks used to keep teams under 100 points. You know what I mean? Or at least keep a team, under 100 points, way under their average. And in recent games, we've been playing good defense because we've been holding teams to about their average, and we outscore them. But we haven't been playing. We've been playing really good defense, but not stellar defense. I mean, not shutdown defense. I mean, and these two games we were playing more of an offensive games to see who could score more, it seemed to me, than like the last game, than the defensive presence that we had. So we just got to get back a little more rougher, a little more tougher or defense. And it's not like they're not playing defense. You know what I mean? But they're not playing good defense and how can I say it? They're not getting stops when they need to get a stop. You know what I mean? They're not getting consecutive stops, back-to-back stops and stuff like that. You know what I mean? When it gets down to crunch time, you know what I mean? We're up 6 points. We need a stop. We're down 2 points. We're down 3 points, and we need 2 or 3 stops. We're not getting them like we were getting them maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? And we just gotta, get a little bit more gritty. And I hate to say it out here, but I'm a Knicks fan. We ain't getting no calls. This is New York City. We ain't getting no calls. So, just man up and hope that we could play better defense. You know what I mean? So we could get some of because we are a rough team when we play defense. We get a lot of offensive rebounds. We bang the boards, and we get some calls, but some of the calls last night, I don't know. I'm being biased, but them were some bad calls last night.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. I think the refs going through this year in the NBA, man. Because like I said, you can't sit there and watch a man grab Mitchell Robinson's leg out of bounds.
Yeah, and don't give him a fight. Look right at him.
That was depressing. And the one play that got me, the Mitchell Robinson play when he fell. Come on, man. You know what I mean? And then Kevin Love wrapping his hand around Hartenstein's neck, literally pull. And I'm like, well, y'all not calling this stuff? I'm like, it happens, man. You know what? But even with the Tibbs, I'm not getting on Tibbs about nothing last night, man, because Tibbs got us at where he had. And nobody, the reason why Tibbs might have had, he might not have felt like he coached good last night because we didn't play good. So, normally when your team playing good, you don't got to do too much stuff. Your team playing the way you asked them to play. Tibbs asked them to play defense every night, bring your A game on the defense, and then he don't have to worry about going through that. So only thing I would say, if I had to question anything last night, in the last quarter, where was Quentin Grimes?
Facts. He was hot.
He was hot. That's one. If anything, I would say I understand the Josh Hart thing. I understand, but where was he at? You know what I mean? He was like lighting it up out there. But it is what it is, man. I'm not gonna beat them down for that. It's just that our defense didn't come to play. We gave up 57% from the floor. We shot. They shot 57% from downtown, and they shot 80% from the chatty stripe. They went to the chatty stripe 26 times. They hit 21. They had 28 3-point. They knocked down 16 of them. They shot 45 from 79 on the floor, and that's what we lost the game at. And we still was in the game. A couple of calls here or there, a couple of plays here or there. Obviously, Jimmy Butler walk was big because that would have kept us at 3 points with the basketball, down 3 with the basketball, and gave us an opportunity. And it happens, man. But we just got to bounce back and get it popping for the day, man. We got to go in there and really go ahead and focus the way we need to. You know what I mean? And I think we'd be okay, man. I'm not too much worried about it.
Salute, Chris.
Yeah, I agree. I know I agree with that 100%. I agree with everybody. I understand everybody, man. Don't get me wrong. I'm not doing shit that they getting on Tibbs. I'm gonna tell you why they're getting on the day and yesterday, because we lost. We lost. When Tibbs is winning, when the team is winning, you won't hear nothing about this stuff. You won't hear nothing about Julius Randle. But we lost last night. So Julius Randle, to me, because they played him so good on the defense side of the ball, being that his offense wasn't there, Julius Randle struggled on the defense side of the ball. So when he not engaged offensively the way he needed to be, he wasn't engaged a little bit defensively last night. I seen a couple of plays where I'm like, Julius Randle, you need to get at this dude. You know what I mean? It happened because we lost. Whenever you lose, you're gonna hear all the stuff, that might went wrong or went right in the game. At least you're gonna hear everything that went wrong in the game. But for me, it was all the Knicks defense. Period. If we would have played defense last night, We wouldn't hear about Tibbs tonight. We would not hear about him if we would have played defense last night. We haven't played defense the way we're supposed to, and our boys didn't show up. And so obviously Tibbs going to take the brunt of it because he's the coach, but we got to put that on the players. Them boys did not come out there and play defense last night. Jalen Brunson was letting Vincent smoke him. Tyler Hero was getting a pop, and Jimmy had 35. Our defense wasn't there last night. And that's the result of what we go away from our identity. We went away from our identity, and we lost 2 games in a row, giving up 127 points. That's not the New York Knicks. That's like you said earlier, we kind of hold teams to their average or below. Last night, them cats was hungry, man. Listen, they fighting for what we fighting for. Let's not give it to them. They fighting for what we fighting for. They trying to get up in the playoffs too. So we knew we were going to get Miami best last night. But even with their best, I still think we better than them. And I think the only reason we lost that game last night because our defense didn't come to the forefront. Shot Powell. I think they just they did pretty good. But if you look at the scoring, think about the Knicks did last night. Miami 31 in the first quarter, 33 in the second quarter, 28 in the third quarter, 35 in the fourth quarter. So we averaged almost 30 points a quarter last night. 30, 60, 91, 20.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. It's our defense the last 2 games. They were kind of resulting back to what they did early in the year in November and December, giving up 129, 142, 131, stuff like that. We just did it the last 2 games. We gave up 127 the night before. We gave up 120-something. And you're not going to win like that because this is like almost like 70-something games in the season. The body ain't the same like it was 60 games ago. So I think our team got to just clamp back down on the defense, man. Like I said, anybody shoots 57%, almost 60% for the 3-point line, you ain't beating them. Unless you 60-something for the 3-point line. You ain't beating no team in the NBA when they shoot like that. That was Steph Curry numbers last night. They were throwing up there. So that's what I mean by that, man. That's the only reason I said about the Tibbs thing. We know Tibbs ain't perfect. I know he got issues. I get that. But 9 out of 10 times is quiet. Well, winning cures everything. When you lose, that brings out the worst in everything. That's just the way life is. I don't care what it is. Not only basketball, Tibbs, everybody, just life. When you're winning in life, you're good. When you lose in life, you're going to hear all the negative shit. That's just the way life is. So we move on to the next one. But we got to get that one tonight. Like Big Taz said, pretty big game. All of them big games. But this is
everything is a big game.
Yeah, man. Every day is a big game, man. Like I said, them boys got to go out there and get it, man. Because it's so hard to look at this thing and say, man, we right there, but we not right there. It seems like when you lose that game. Hopefully Tibbs coach better tonight. Hopefully the team play better tonight. Tibbs, if it's on Tibbs got to coach better tonight. And then on our players, they got to get out there and play better tonight. That's what it all is. It's a whole team concept anyway, Tibbs and the players. So the Tibbs got to coach better tonight. And the players got to play better tonight. But y'all know the New York Knicks identity, ladies and gentlemen. It's the defense side of the basketball. Defense wins it all. If you score 141, the other team scored 142. Your defense didn't stop them. You lost. Our defense did not come to the table last night, man. Not what we were compared to seeing during that 9-game winning streak and so forth and so on, or the 4-game winning streak on a West Coast trip in the second game. We clamped down. We just didn't clamp down, man. And it happens. That's a good team here, man. Them cats got championship aspirations. They got championship pedigree all running all through that organization. From Pat Riley all the way down to the last player on the bench. That is a championship organization. They got championship inspiration. Their DNA is championship or bust to them sometime. So you would expect for us to get their best last night. We did get their best, and they beat us. That's all I can say. Move on to the next one, like Sha would say. So let's see how it goes tonight, man. Young, hungry team in Orlando. A lot of good young talent. Actually, they ain't too far from the playing. But, they might not get there, but they ain't that far.
They play good basketball. Let me chime in real quick before we go to the next subject about our defense it has to pick it up. You know what I mean? That's the bottom line. Bottom line is the defense. And what the team that we played last night is the lower echelons of scoring in the league, the lower echelons of shooting 3-pointers in the league. They play in the middle basketball like we play, and they scored big time yesterday. They hit, like you said, about 16 3-pointers last night. That's, and let it be clear, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Miami going up against Chicago who they played in the playoffs last year? They made it almost to the they were like in the who they played last year. They were in then they played who they lost to
That's been a minute for me.
Miami, they were in it last year. Was it against Cleveland? I'm not Cleveland. Was it against Milwaukee or somebody? They went like to the second round or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's not. And the year before that, they went to the conference finals, if I'm not mistaken. Or was that last year? Was it against Boston? Oh, I can't remember. I know they not a bad team. This team makes it to the playoffs almost every year consecutively, perennial, where I want us to be. You know what I mean? So kudos to them. And we already beat them 2 times already. You know what I mean? 1 time at home and 1 time in Miami. So they were itching to beat us. You know what I mean? And all that too little that Butler did yesterday, and clapping at Randall and all that stuff during that Randall, we gonna get them back. We see them next week, so we'll get them back. You know what I mean? We'll get them back.
Yeah, he got it for you. West Coast, my man. He always coming through for him and Cash Out and with all the to make sure we on point with stuff. He said Jimmy Butler missed a 3-pointer, but at the buzzer against Boston in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference.
Game 7, yeah.
Appreciate you, West Coast. But yeah, like I said, yeah, you know what? The cats, they just got to get out there and play get on the defense side of the ball, man. Ain't no mystery to this stuff. It really ain't no mystery to the New York Knicks. We are a defense-minded basketball team with a good offense, but the defense that's our staple. I mean, that's what we rely on, and like I think G Money put out a good chat there. But first and foremost, anyway, salute to the chat. Pardon me for rumbling and getting it. You can see how I am. I hyped them about the game.
We're emotional about that, Lord.
Yeah, salute to Chris, Kevin, Big Taz, Fabian, Cash Out, West Coast, Gideon, G Money, everybody, Piece of the Guard, Raymond, everybody, man. Salute to you guys in the chat. Pardon me for that, man. Without acknowledging you, ladies and gentlemen, up in there. I apologize for that. But yeah, man, you know what? Them cats got a good DNA in that locker room down there. But that's okay. We live to fight another day. Like I said, tonight we just gotta go out there and get it popping, man. But I do say this, that when he was clapping his hand, I love what Julius Randle did at the end of that game. Julius Randle stood right there when the game was over. When he was like, you know what? That's okay. That showed me something about Julius Randle. When I seen him sitting in the end of that court, he was like, that's okay. When y'all come to the Garden window, we're gonna bust y'all. You know what? That's what he was saying. Y'all want to get in, try to get all crazy? He was like, okay. And I liked that about Julius Randle last night. Shy Powell just to say, okay, you know what? It was like I'm putting this on me. That's what he was showing me last night, that I'm putting this game on me. You know what I mean? And I know I got caught up in blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Randall going to come out there. I can't wait to that game Wednesday, man. Woo, that's going to be a fire game right there. So, I think they get it popping, man. But for us tonight, we just got to go out there and get these young guys, play with, try to salvage this little 2-game south run and make it 1-1. Get back to the Garden, man. We off to Monday. Get a lot of time to rest guys, get guys healthy. And kind of brainstorm and get ready to get locked back in for these last 7-8 games, whatever. So I just think that's what we got to do tonight, Shaw. We can salvage that game tonight. Get back with 3 days off. We off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We play Monday, and get your mind back right. You know what I mean? Get your mind back right. It happens. It happens. But just like we've been saying all year long, it's a resilient team. They fighters. Even that game last night, them boys is fighters, man. I got to give Knicks credit though. That game could have went. Matter of fact, I want to give Tiz credit for the 2 biggest things I seen last night, which I think is so important. And we could get on about all the stuff we do wrong, but these 2 things I'm so proud we did. With 2 minutes left and going into the halftime, the Knicks Miami went on a run. Tom Thibodeau called the timeout. He called the timeout with about 2 minutes left going into the half. Got them boys focused and turned that thing around going into halftime. Got us down by 3 or 4. Then I think it was in the third, I want to say the third quarter, I might be wrong, third or fourth quarter, they went on another run. He instantly called the timeout, gathered the troops, got them back together, and the Knicks went on another run. I liked that about him last night because he called timeouts at the right time last night, just when them cats would look like they was about to try to blow this game open or get a little bit momentum going, especially going into halftime. That was huge to me. He killed that momentum, and he called the timeout, and they came out with 2 minutes and 1 second left, actually. And he called the timeout, got the guys back focused and everything, and they kind of closed the half on a run to keep them maybe 3 or 4 points going into halftime, if I'm not mistaken, because it was 29-33 in that quarter. So yeah, I think that was pretty impressive to me, man. But tonight is going to be a different story with these young guys, man. They will be a different story with them cats, man. They really can go out there and play basketball. So let's hope we on our game tonight, man. Get it popping for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Barbie Divine. Yo, salute. NYCB ball. You ain't lying, man. Cardiac Knicks for real, man. You give you some heart attacks, make you start breathing heavy, your head start hurting, you don't sleep well, you toss and turn. Oh man. Salute to you for that, for saying that. You ain't lying, man. You ain't lying, man. This team is a gritty team, man, and we really gotta watch out for this team, man. This was the team that I was worried about when we were at the 10 game mark, when we were going down this 10 game mark, because the Magic play is hard, you know what I mean? And Barchero's no joke, Wagner's no joke. Their center is a pretty decent yeah, he could set it up for you. Their point guard been playing pretty good basketball and stuff like that. So we really got to pay attention to this team. This is not a team that you let you sleep on and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And by next year they make a little adjustments and stuff like that, get 1 or 2 extra plays and stuff like that. We're gonna be we're gonna have to really pay attention to this team coming down the line. So with that being said, with the projections being out there that Brunson might be out tonight and Mitchell Robinson might be out tonight, we got to revert back to IQ in the starting lineup and see if iHeart starts and Sims comes off the bench. Sims haven't played in a couple of games now, so I'm not exactly sure if he's going to just come right off the bench and be the starter. But more than likely, it probably will be that way, and Hartenstein will probably be the one ending the game for us tonight. So we got to get out there and get gritty with these guys, man. We need to, first get out there, take their heart away, and once we take their heart away, make some baskets. You know what I mean? And tonight is not a game. Tonight is not a night to trade baskets with these guys. We gotta stop them. Multiple times, in multiple possessions, you know what I mean, in order to get a lead and maintain a lead. So with that being said, man, we really got to be careful, man. This Bonchero guy, man, he's going to be an all-star. Man, he is playing some fantastic basketball this year. And that Von Wagner, he ain't no joke either, man. You know what I mean? The matchup is going to be something to watch tonight. And let's see what happens, man. Let's see if we can have some bounce back, because we didn't quickly had an okay game, but we need another game. He needs to bounce back a little bit. He missed some shots that usually I think he would make. Let's see what happens tonight with him going back into the starting rotation. And man, oh man, please, Quentin Grimes, do exactly if you could finish out the rest of this year shooting like that. I don't even need you to shoot 8 3-pointers, but if you could hit 4 and 6 or something like that, you get 4 or 6 every night, I would be so happy with that, because that makes it a more of a threat. And it seems to be that Jay Harden and Quentin Grimes are like semi splitting the minutes down the middle. Both of them are around 20-something minutes a game. But that was one of my gripes with Tibbs last night. I thought he should have brought Grimes back in a little earlier because he was a little hot. You know what I mean? But on to the next one, man. We cannot sleep on this team, man. This team is trying to make a play in, probably a little too far out of making the play in. But they play the Knicks hard every time, no matter who's on that team. They play the Knicks hard, and we got to see how the matchups really match up tonight. Bonchero against Randall, and RJ probably against Wagner. You know what I mean? Those two matchups we really got to watch out for.
Yeah, real quick. Speaking of that, I was about to one of my next topic. Let's not forget to give RJ his flowers last night.
Oh yeah, he playing some good ball.
Balling, man. He was balling. He is literally him, Grimes. Brunson had a good game too offensively. You know what I mean? My man, Gabe Vincent was giving the business a little bit last night.
He was giving
a little bit of the business last night, but he had a good game. But I tell you what, yeah, you're right. Otherwise, he done kind of tick it off a little bit, and that comes with it. But I tell you what, RJ Barrett was doing this thing last night, and I think it was all on the defense side of the ball. But tonight, but them guys haven't beat us this year. We 2-0 against Orlando Magic this year. Not like the last couple of years when they were just coming in, running up a garden and throwing up numbers up in there. We beat them twice this year, so they're gonna be hungry tonight. But in MU, next man up, man. That's what's gonna be about tonight. It's gonna be about Deuce McBride, Emmanuel quickly, things like that. And I don't know. We got to find a way to extend Obi Toppin minutes, but it's tough, man. He's in a tough spot with Randall playing the way he's playing. So it's just tough. But we got the firepower to play with these guys. We got the firepower to play with anybody. And I think last night, 127 to 120 with a bad defensive performance last night. I'm confident in these boys. I don't have no waiver about the Knicks, man. I'm not worried about the Knicks at all. Literally, let me put that out there. I've been saying the New York Knicks will be fine. They're gonna get in the playoff. They're gonna put some people on notice. The Knicks gonna be okay, man. I'm not worried about the squad. I just wish that we could have won that game because it was a rival game. This was like a '90s game. My man Lonzo Moore and Patrick Ewing, Jeff Van.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that was a '90s. That was a '90s type of game right there, man. And we talked about it in the pregame yesterday. I like this gonna be like one of them slugfests. You seen the intensity there, animosity a little bit. Jimmy Butler going at Randall, blah 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 blah. Cats throwing each other to the floor. All that. That's what that series is supposed to be. Because the head of the snake is the one built that culture between both of them coaches.
Facts.
Pat Riley built that culture between Tom Thibodeau and my man Eric Spoelstra. That's Pat Riley DNA all over that game last night. So I had no problem. That's the way I wanted the game to be. I just thought our defense would come to play a little bit more. So so I'm cool with that, man. I didn't want the loss, but I'm cool that we kept fighting, we kept competing. Like I told you yesterday, Knicks going to be in every game they play. Nobody's blowing the New York Knicks out. You could bank on that. Them cats come to fight every night. You know what I mean? We didn't have enough fight on the defense side of the ball. But tonight, there's going to be some fun matchups out there, man. Like you said, Bonchero and Randall. Obviously, Wendell Carter Jr. If Mitchell Robinson play, if he not play, I'm not sure. But the point guard spot,
William Carter, you got to watch out for him.
Yeah, and Markelle Fultz and Manu quickly. That's going to be a good one right there. Fultz and quickly. Fultz been playing some good basketball lately, man. So
he's been playing. Yep.
You seem like he got that bust mentality off of him when he first came to Philly. He was the straight bust. But sometimes how you start is how you finish. He's been playing good, and then obviously then Wagner is a handful. Him and RJ going to go at it tonight. But RJ is playing in his home state though, where he live at in Orlando. So I'm quite sure he probably decided to go down there and put on the show tonight. This is a big game for the Knicks, like all of them. But I still think we prevail tonight. I just believe we got enough mentality in our team to say, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and change this thing up tonight and win. We just got to do what we do best and play defense. If we play defense, I'm not worried about a team in the NBA other than Milwaukee. We ain't beat them yet. When the New York Knicks play defense, I'm not worried about nobody. We got 3 guys to score against anybody on any given night. Then you add Quentin Grimes shooting the way he's shooting. If Knicks defense lock in the last 8 games, whatever, and Quentin Grimes give us what he gave us last night, along with the rest of our crew. I quickly had a bad game last night. Obviously, he didn't shoot well.
He did.
Yeah, quickly and Randall to me were the 2 guys that didn't really have that's their game. Let's say their game that you normally get from them. And it happens, but I'm glad to see because they didn't have one. Quentin Grimes had one. And that was good. That man knocked down 6 threes, man. But tonight, I think it's all about the defense, man. Get back to the defense side of the ball. Try to win this game. You got 3 days off, Shop Powell. You got 3 days off after tonight. Try to close this thing out, man, and get the 43 wins. Nets got the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. Big game right there. So that could work out anyway, but I'd rather kind of right now, I got to take that. I hope Cleveland beat them tonight. I'll take the Cleveland over them tonight because right now, if we ain't gonna get that 4th, we are not gonna be able to get that 4th seed. Let's make sure that we lock in the 5th seed. So if they beat the Nets tonight, that'll give us a game back that we lost. So that'll be a good win for us tonight. We pick up a half a game on them because we lost last night. They picked up a half a game on us. So if we win tonight, we get even. If they lose, then we pick up a half a game on them. So let them in Miami fight for that 6 and 7. Knicks don't need to be there. We need to get that matchup against Cleveland. Hopefully that's what they're paying out to. But other than that, man, I think we go to play tonight, man. I think we can play tonight. I don't think this team don't fit. They done beat every team in the NBA, maybe except for the Bucks. The Knicks got enough firepower to go with anybody because they ain't got nothing to do with the offense. Nothing. Knicks offense is good. They good. It's that our defense gotta play the Tibbs type of defense that we want them to play. Top your opponent and see what happens. So we'll see. Tonight gonna be a big one. And no sleeping. Don't sleep on these boys tonight because this could be a epitome of a trap game, Shy Powers. But let's see how it goes, man. Hopefully the Cats perform on all levels tonight, like they did last night. Knicks shot well in there last night, man. What they shot 50% from downtown, something like that. close to 50 for last night. Shot high in the field. Shot 80% from the chatty stripe. So if they could put them numbers up tonight with a defense performance, then yeah, I think we walk out there with no problem with a win and get the 43 wins, man. So let's see how it goes. Your mic, my brother.
My bad, Devon. Yeah, you know, I'm just ready to get past the 42 wins. You know what I mean? I want us to get to that 43 win. So, you know what I mean? We're past where we should be. And I mean, that being said, you cannot take this team lightly. You know what I mean? You cannot take this team lightly. No way that I am even going to say that this is a trap game, because this team is a good team. They didn't beat some big teams this year. They didn't beat some Clevelands, and I think they beat Milwaukee, and they beat some teams that you'd be like, oh wow, they beat them. So we cannot sleep on this team. And the one good thing that we do have is we have a cushion. You know what I mean? And tonight's game is really going to be be a cushion game, because with Brooklyn playing Cleveland tonight, like you said, Divine, if Cleveland wins, it gives us a little bit more cushion, because now Brooklyn moves to the 7th spot and Miami moves to the 6th spot. I mean, we have like a 2 or so game ahead of them, and then them two teams, Brooklyn and Miami, play on Saturday. This is going to be another big game to watch and for the for standings. So we need a win tonight. There's no doubt about it. We need a win tonight to hold our 5th position, and that's the bottom line. We hold the 5th position. We don't play again until next week, sometime like Monday. So we got a nice little weekend to rest up. Monday, then Wednesday. So we got, by then we can still have that 2-3 point lead over Miami, and then we play Miami on Wednesday, and that could possibly, almost put a lock on where we could be on 5th place. You know what I mean, by Wednesday's game. Mm-hmm. So every game we got right now is a big game, and we got to go out here tonight and play like this is the final game, Game 7 in the playoffs.
Yep. Yeah, real talk, man. You're 100% right on that, Big Task, everybody. You just got to play a game. But at the same time, I look at it this way: it's where we at. Where we at? Where we at? We are sitting there right now, 5th in the Eastern Conference, when a lot of people want to throw Tibbs and all the team out the window at the beginning of the season. Fire everybody. This player, trade him. We sitting right there in the 5th spot in the Eastern Conference, and we went through our peaks and valleys all season, but we had more valleys. We had more peaks than valleys. You know what I mean? We had 8-game winning streak, 9-game winning streak. We lost a couple here and there, but they stayed consistent and they stayed focused, man. That's what I love about this thing, man. These cats are focused. The acquisition of Jalen Brunson can't go unnoticed. I mean, Julius Randle playing out his mind this year. Yeah, we lost a game last night in a game or two. It happens. You ain't going under 82-0. I bet you there's a lot of other teams in the NBA wish they were where the Knicks was at. I'll tell you that much. You know what I mean? Right. It's a lot of teams in the NBA wish they were where the New York Knicks are at right now, but they're not. So, we out of all 30 teams in the NBA, we in the top 10, whatever. So I think that's a good look for us. We just got to get back focused tonight, man, and let our defense come to play and forget about that game last night and just concentrate on the one today, man. And we just got to get out there and lock down defensively. These young guys got a lot of energy. That's what we playing a lot of energy tonight. Young guys with nothing to lose, but a lot to gain. Every win for them is just a building block for them guys. So they're gonna come out there tonight and play hard every night because they don't care. They like freestyling right now. They like, listen, we ain't gonna be in there, but you never know, man. These cats still got an outside chance to get into playing. I don't think they get there, but they got an outside chance. But like I said, we just gotta go out there and execute the game plan tonight, man. I think we do that. We just need to win this game to get back home. Because here's the good thing about this here: the three games that we about to go on off the court. In other words, 3 days off, 3 days rest or whatever. It probably couldn't come at a better time for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen. It probably could not come at a better time to have a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday off to get some rest, to get refocused, get rejuvenated. And they take these last so many games and going into the playoffs. So this to me might be a blessing for the Knicks to have these 3 games off, just due to the fact they can get mentally prepared for the rest of the closeout of the season and get their mind right to try to get this playoff and make it happen. So I do think that is a blessing. Because listen, man, 70-something games, man, that's a lot of games to play in the NBA every day in and day out, all night, all day, whatever. And for them to be able to say at this time of the year to have a little break, because you don't get these many breaks during the season where you get 3 days off. I just think they need to go in there, rest their bodies, get their mind right. Tim and Tibb, study some film or whatever, man, and get back here and close this thing on out. Because the biggest game of the year to me gonna be Wednesday against Miami. That's what I think is gonna happen. I think they go in there Wednesday. We don't know where Miami might be. I think if we win tonight, I don't think Miami play them many games before we get there, so they can't catch us. I don't think them at Brooklyn if we win tonight, but they'd be close without us playing for 3 days. But then we got the Houston Rockets coming out of the gate in MSG, which is a winnable game, and we got Miami in MSG. That's payback right there. So I do think the Knicks win tonight, they'll win the next 2. So let's say the three games in a row, and that's going your 45 wins. You still got a certain amount of games left. You know what I mean? So I still think we in a 47, 48 range. But like we always talk about what we said, Shop Out, when we was 10 games to go, 8-2. We already lost them 2 games already. You know what I mean? We already lost them 2 games, so you got to try to get back a winning streak going to something. I said I'll be happy with 7-3. I'll be happy once the Knicks clinch the 5th seed. Let me put it on
exactly. Whatever it takes.
No matter they 6-3, 4-5, I don't care.
Yeah,
clinch that 5th seed. That's all that matters to me. And then it's a new season. The playoff comes as a new season, and we throw the ball up a week after that. Let's see what happens. That's all.
Yeah, that's the fact, man. A salute to Worldwide L. Salute to Pudge Nice in the house. Yeah, man. This right now. The best thing about this tonight is we have games off after this. So if we can get a win, it keeps us 2.5 games or so in front of Miami and Brooklyn. And then Brooklyn plays tonight, Cleveland, and also plays Miami on Saturday. So this weekend is going to be a big weekend to watch because the teams that are right under us are playing. You know what I mean? I believe Brooklyn plays tonight. They play Cleveland tonight, and then they play Saturday against Miami. So the teams that are right under us, man, and we just gotta get out there, control the pace tonight. You know what I mean? We can't let these guys run. These are young. I think one of the youngest, if not the youngest team in the league. All these guys are like 19, 21, 20. These guys are going to try to run the ball. We got to take the running out of their legs. We got to slow them down maybe to a half-court game, but control the pace. Mm-hmm. We have to get out there and rebound. And the Knicks been rebounding the ball pretty well all year. All year they've been rebounding the ball pretty well, man. And once again, get out there and hit our free throws. In the last couple of games, it's like talk about it, keep talking about it, and it starts coming true. They have been hitting their free throws. You know what I mean? At least at about an 80% clip. So with these things, we just can't, we can't sleep on this team. These guys can score, Wagner, Banchero, they got some guys that can really put some, do some damage, and we got to get out there and take their heart away real quick.
Yeah, real talk. And they got Cole Anthony on them guys coming off the bench and everything. Yeah, they're definitely they did the right thing in that organization, man. They guys is up and coming, man. They're gonna be pretty dope. Amani was popping, my man. Always good to see my brother Amani. Real talk. Salute to you, my man. Amani in the building. But listen, man, what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna go through the itinerary and everything, and I'll throw the link in the chat. Chris, if you want to get on, you're more than welcome. Or whoever, Worldwide, I'm gonna throw it and do the itinerary. Don't go nowhere. Next Real Talk Game Day, Divine and Shy. Look at the starter lineup, the injury report. Look at all that good stuff, man. We get right back in the building. This Real Talk Game Day, Divine and Shy. Salute, peace. But there you have it, man. Hey, listen, you look at the tail of the tape. The only category we pretty much beat these young guys in is rebounding. They pretty neck and neck in a lot of other categories, so that's why you can't
evenly match.
They evenly match. You can't take these guys for granted tonight, man. These young guys, they got a good team. You got to get a coach credit, man. He really got them guys playing some good basketball and they're believing in what he's doing and everything. So salute to him for doing that, man. They playing hard ball, so this team you take for granted because their record is. They put like this here, they better than their record. Put it like that. I'll say that they play better than their record. So I think we can't definitely not take these guys for granted. We got to go in there and execute the game plan and everything on all cylinders. Let's see if we go ahead and get it popping. I do believe the Knicks are a resilient team, like I said all year. So, but I mean by being resilient, they're bounce back. They're a good bounce back team. They're bounce back tonight. But don't take these cats for granted because you just will never know how this team might go down with them guys, man. Real talk. But other than that, Shop Howard, I still like our chances tonight. No Jalen Brunson or not, I like our chances. You know what I mean? We just got to go out there and do what we do. Deuce McBride, I wish Tibbs would have extended that to a 10-man rotation. I understand why, because it takes the rhythm away from everybody else. The more guys play, the less rhythm you can get in. So I understand it to a degree, but I would love to see him use them, even if it's to a defense play. You know what I mean? Call a timeout, take Jalen Brunson out, put him in for at least that one play. I would like to see that, things like that. But I ain't gonna fault him for that because that's the way he's been coaching his whole life, and they've done him well. He won the best winning percentage in the NBA. So regardless, he won the coach of the year twice because he stick to his plan. But I would like to see that. Well, you know what? Damn, maybe if it's 123 to 119, and you on the defense side of the ball, say Jalen Brunson come out. I'm gonna put my man Deuce McBride in for a minute. And then once the play is over, you can call timeout and switch it back in for off of the defense. That's one thing I wish he would do more. But I understand that, sometimes it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, man. You know what I mean? Because you ain't going to tell me to do something new, and I'm at this age myself, unless, that's just the way it is. But that's what I would like to see for him, but that's not here or there. The Knicks still 42 and 32, win the night 43 and 32. We pick up a half a game, depending on what happens with Brooklyn tonight. And if we could do that, we get it popping. Let me bring in my sister from the BX. No other to say no more. Long time out here, but she in the building with Knicks Real Talk. The other queen in the building, Sister Chris. What's poppin'? What? Oh my goodness, good to see you.
What's going on, family? What's going on?
Them chicken wings. That's what's up. Them chicken wings.
Listen. You owe me a 6-piece.
Yeah, right. You gotta get that over there. You gotta, Staten Island and the Bronx there for you. I can make that happen. How you been, sister?
I'm good. I had a death in the family. I lost my mom, so that's why I kind of been.
Sorry to hear you.
But I'm back on the scene. You see, I'm rocking my WNBA.
Yes. I don't know, South Carolina, they about to run away with that, sister.
Yeah, Dawn got it locked. Dawn has it locked.
Yeah, man, real talk. So, man, I'm glad to see you in the building. I'm glad to see you well. Sorry about your mom and everything like that. Much condolences.
Yes.
You and the family for sure. But our thoughts and prayers with you. How we do. But man, these Knicks did like NYC people shots at the cardiac Knicks, I guess. But we got more good cardiac than the bad cardiac. So I'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a good season. We doing good so far. I just hope, like somebody said in the chat, we don't play down to these teams because we're a little better than them and they're at the bottom. But sometimes we got to rise up because we practice it for the next step right now. We practice it for the playoff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yes, indeed. Yeah, that game last night. Whew, it was a playoff atmosphere. It was a playoff game. It was intense. some of the things that happened in the game, I was like, man, that should have went the other way, but I'm not going to put that on that. Like I said, our defense didn't come to the forefront last night, but they got to come to the forefront tonight, man, because they got to make sure these young boys don't come in there and act like they can do anything.
Definitely show up tonight. Yeah, I want Randall to distribute a little more and stop all of that. He got away from that spinning pass and stuff. I want him to get back to the game and stop, being in his head a little bit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right, because last night I think that's what happened. I think the intensity of the Miami Heat took him out of his defense game. Not only did he, in offense, once he lost that offense edge, seemed like he didn't care about the defense too much. So that's one thing Randall got to focus on today. Even if you're not having a good offense game, you still got to put an effort in on the defense side of the ball. And quickly to have a good shooting game, but you got to keep that intensity on the other side, because that's what make great players. They say, you know what, I can when something not going right, I can focus on something that's going to help the team win. I just think he didn't give me that last night. No big knock, Randall balling all year, so I ain't gonna throw it ain't a beat down Randall thing. But last night I did notice that when he didn't have a good offense game last night, his defense really wasn't there, a little bit. So it is what it is.
Yeah, when he get his little turnovers, he hang his head and he barely run down the court for defense. So he just got to tighten up on some of those things. It's a different level right now that you're playing for. So
that's right.
Hope that right.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, Sha, let me real quick. What do you think? How you think the game gonna go tonight, man? What's your outcome? What you think? How this thing gonna pan out tonight?
I mean, like I said, man, this is a team not to be taken lightly. This is an NBA team. This is a young team. If they would have been playing the way they're playing in their last 20 games early in the season, with the way they play in the games now, it might be a different. They might be in a different realm right now. They might be in a play-in trying to capture one of the eight slots. You got to watch out for Bonchero, man. I believe this guy is going to be an all-star, man. And Franz Wagner is not someone to be played with either. So these two guys, we gotta get out there and play some defense tonight. Control the pace. My motto, man. Control the pace. Grab these rebounds. Hit our free throws. Defend these guys off the line, and we at their home, a home away from home for us. Orlando should be pretty loud with a lot of Knicks fans in it too. So we need to go out there and perform, and we have to perform well. We going down the stretch, and it's not too many games left. And we gotta, we have to win. We have to win, and this is, like you said, Chris. This is a big game to prepare you to be in the playoffs. All these games coming down the stretch are games to prepare you for this playoff run, because if you haven't noticed, they are surely going out there quickly double teaming Brunson early. They are quickly going to double team Randall early. And this is what those two guys are going to see for the rest of this remainder of this season, plus in the playoffs. So we got to really get out there and play some basketball tonight, man. I think we can win this game, and I got confidence in the Knicks bouncing back. And let's see if IQ can have one of those stellar games that he has when he's in the starting rotation.
Yeah.
You know what, me, Chris, one thing about last night, what I am happy about, though, we know we didn't play our best game on a defense side of the ball. We still put up 120. Still put up 120. We had a bad defensive game. We still put the Knicks.
Yeah, we kept fighting.
They haven't been a problem all year, offensive side of the ball. I mean, they've been 3 players on that team in the starting lineup. Then they average 20 a game. They offense is never the issue this year with me. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. No, but what I did like about last night to me was Jalen Brunson resiliency, and he still dropped 20 something. Yeah. And that's good to see, because now we know that we going up against teams like Miami that was a playoff atmosphere. That's the type of b-ball you're going to get in the playoffs. The same game you seen last night was playoff basketball.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of happy to see the resiliency of the Knicks last night. Like, okay, we could have let this thing get away from us, but we gonna fight and scrap and keep this shit close and get a chance to win it. A couple of calls here and there, we probably would have won the game. So one thing a positive that I could take away from last night is that this is a bunch of dogs on the Knicks, though. They got some dogs on that team. No cats come to this play every night. They scrapping, man. They're a scrappy team. That's what I like about them for sure.
Definitely. Definitely, I like the fact that the young ones are staying in the game too. Like their mind is not, because last year I remember Grimes used to shoot or Quick used to shoot and they used to get in their head and not really play. But they on it now. Like they shoot and they still playing defense. I think it was a play where Grimes made a shot, he missed it, he hustled for the rebound and he got it and passed it. And I was like, okay, like that wasn't there last year. So definitely they just coming in with a different mindset. So I'm just hoping that it plays out tonight as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Great point there, man. You're 100% right on that. They, I guess that's some more experience. I guess they got another year's experience, and and they still young. I mean, listen, Grimes
they got a ladder. They still got a ladder.
They still young. Grimes, he probably finally played between last year and this year. He probably just played 82 games together. For how many games he played last year, how many he played this year. He probably just played one full season in the NBA already, just now, just probably hitting this point. So it's good to move to see moving forward that, if he can give us what he gave us last night, even if it's only 3-3-pointers a game, because Julius Randle not going to have a game like he had last night every night. So could you imagine if Julius Randle was on last night and he did that? The Knicks would have put up 140 with the way Grimes was shooting that ball last night. So that was really impressive to me, Shaw, that even though Julius Randle had an off night, we still had 3 players give us 20 points. 3 players. Randle had an off night. That was impressive to me. So the offense is definitely popping for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about it all the time, our definites and our possibles. Mm-hmm. I mean, just like playing spades. We got some definite guys on the team that you could guarantee that they're going to get a certain amount of points every night, and you got some players on the team like what Grimes did last night. He was a possible, but he surely made a book last night. He made what was the score? 20. So he had 20. He had big numbers last night, and that's what we look for. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hopefully, another one of our possibles could come out tonight and pop off like a Obi Toppin or Deuce McBride. You know what I mean? Or Aha. These guys are possibles, and it makes the team. Last night, if I'm not mistaken, we had 6 guys in double digits last night. Six guys in double digit scoring last night. So it's not really a problem of getting the ball in the basketball. And the assist would be greater if we made more when we shoot our 3-point shots. But we still make about 20-something assists a night. You know what I mean? It's not like, we're not at the top echelons of scoring, making a 28 assists a night, but we make about 22, 23 assists a night, you know what I mean? And if we get back to shooting our 3-point shot a little better, it might jump up a little bit to 24, 25% or something like that, you know what I mean? 24, 25 assists a night, you know what I mean? But with this team tonight, man, we cannot take them lightly, take their heart out of their chest quick, and control this pace, man. I believe the Knicks can win this game tonight. And I'm going to say I think it's going to be 118-114 New York Knicks.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, I think our offense come to play. I think that the key tonight is that our bench has got to come and do what they've been doing. I want to see Jay Hart bounce back and have a little bit more grittier game on the defense side of the ball for New York tonight. We need to quickly hit some shots tonight because he didn't hit none the last couple of nights. Quickly been off the last couple of games, but he's still, to me, 6th man of the year. But the last couple of nights, he just was low. It happens. No, nobody gonna be Kevin Durant every day. So right. But he had a couple of off shooting games. But most of all, I just think we just gotta go out there and perform the way we do, man. Throw that game behind us last night. Just play some defense. Defense to take care of everything. The offense in New York is not the problem. Ain't been all season long. We scoring over 116, 17 some a game down there, whatever. We just got to catch from scoring, matching our scoring intensity. And I think they will. Tonight's game be a good game tonight, Chris, to win that game and go into that little 3-game break. I think it'd be a good win tonight just to close this thing out, man. And hopefully, if Cleveland beat them tonight, like you said, then they get the they lose the 34 win. They tie with Miami. Miami was more like Shaw said, but we got a 2-game lead on them in the loss column, and we have about a 3-game lead. So we like 2.5 games up on both of them guys. Going into that break, man, and then we got Houston, which I think is a winnable game because they at the lower echelon. They probably looking for when Amba, whatever his name, they probably wait for that.
What you would call it?
Yeah, there you go. So I think if the Knicks play tonight, man, and then we got that Monday the game against the Houston Rockets, to the big game, baby. That's on Wednesday. The Miami Heat come back to the Garden for a revenge game, and that's what we got to solidify this thing. So, but I think it's one game at a time. But I do think that the Knicks go in there tonight. I'm gonna go 120, 120, 110. 120, 110. I'm gonna stick to a shot. I'm 120, 110 tonight.
That I think it's a 10-point. I think it's a 10-point or less win margin, and I definitely think that we're gonna get that 20 to probably 110, maybe even 108. I don't know, but I just feel like tonight they have to bring it. You know, the good thing about our team is that we bounce back. We don't really hold the last game, show up. So I feel like Quick and Randall's gonna have a better game. I definitely gonna feel that Josh Hart is gonna have a better game because I think he takes pride. I think he even said that, like he doesn't like when he doesn't play well, so he got to come out and kind of improve from where he went before. And I think we're gonna be okay. I did the only thing, and I know we don't want to jump on Tibbs or something you said, Devon, but sometimes rotations, you know, it just really don't. You know, somebody could be on the streak and he's pulling them out. And I'm like,
I never liked that.
You know, so I just feel like he needs to give him a chance, and I think, you know, my boy Deuce got to step up. You know, he got to do his thing tonight. You know, he's gonna get quality minutes tonight, and hopefully he can play somewhat near the game he played last time.
Oh man, that game he played the one before he got. Well, let me tell you something. But I think he's the X factor tonight. I think he is the X factor tonight. I think Bride could be the X factor tonight because I believe when Quickly is on, he'll get you 20. He'll get you 20. So we need Deuce McBride to give us Quickly numbers off the bench. I mean, if we do that, and I think it might be a good time. What I like about tonight also, you playing a team not as gritty as Miami. So I think Obi Toppin also to have a better game tonight. He's not playing a dominant team with all that experience tonight, where like he ain't playing a Bam out of Bios and all these guys to these young guys. So he don't have that pressure having to go up against some of the some experienced guys who just gritty. You know, these guys ain't that gritty, but especially with no Jonathan Isaac out there, he finished for the season, seems like. Yeah. So I think Obi Toppin should get out there and really have a good game against a young boy, get up and down the floor and try to get it going tonight, man. Because he's just in a tough spot in New York, man, with Randall having an all-star MVP season. It's just hard for that dude, man. I feel for Obi Toppin so bad, and I'm like, I know another team we probably get a chance to shine a little bit.
I think he's gonna get some time tonight because I think if the Knicks get a substantial lead, I don't see why they're gonna have Randall in. I think they should rest him a little bit because you know it's gonna start getting a little the games. Even though we're playing like lower echelon games, they're gonna get a little tougher because people play up to us. You know what I'm saying?
Every time.
You know what I'm saying? Like this guy was saying last night, like who is Gabe Vincent? Like who is this guy? He had like 12 points at halftime, and I'm like, yo, who is this dude? Like. I don't know. I don't really follow Miami. And then they were saying that, you know, he hit his average. I think we hit his third 3-pointer. It was already the first quarter. And I'm like,
he like 9 points.
Exactly.
Well, actually, something like that.
He hit his average in the first quarter. What's going on? So I just think that we need to really just show up today, play that defense. Mitch needs to get out of his head and just focus on the things that he do well. And I think the points is going to come. You know, they were seeing you before with the alley-oops and stuff. So, you know, I think after his little head fake and take it to the basket dunk, I think he opened now. He probably start shooting some more. He probably waved Tim off. Who knows?
Right. Like Tim, you can't disrupt this one. But listen, man, you know what? The game's starting in 2 minutes. Chris, thank you so much for coming on a panel.
Word up.
You know that door. The door is always open. And anytime I see you in that chat, I'll throw the link up there. You know this door is always open for you. That's
what's up.
Yeah, hey, Chris, hit my Twitter, man. Just hit my name with Knicks Real Talk. Send me you know, just send me a like. I mean, whatchamacallit, so we can keep in contact.
Yeah, real talk.
I got you.
All right.
You guys have a good evening. Salute to the chat. Wise, y'all be good. Blessings.
Yeah, one more sister. Prayers up. Salute to you.
Yes.
Bless you and your family, man. Real talk. You know what it is.
Thank you. Salute to y'all too. Shy. I want my 6-piece. The vibe be good.
I'm saying hit me up on that Twitter. I really got to chat with you for real.
All right then, peace.
Yeah, everybody. Knicks about to go in here in Orlando in a few minutes, man, to get it popping. We're gonna get up out of here in a few for y'all. Get yourself ready, man. Enjoy the game. Thank you for Sister Chris for coming in the building with me and Sha on great conversation. Salute to the chat, man. You know, y'all cats always got
always.
Got Julie and all y'all dropping mad knowledge up in there. That's what I love about you guys. Y'all guys are just so wise, man. It's crazy, man. I just gained a lot of experience from you guys in the chat, man. I educate myself through you guys. That's real talk. When I see the information that y'all guys put up in there, it just made me a more wiser person, more knowledgeable person. Right. So I appreciate all the information that y'all be dropping up in there, man, because the chat is where it's at. And that's real talk, man. So listen, let's hope the Knicks can get this win tonight. Then we got 3 days off, but what I do if they win tonight or lose tonight, whatever, between now and Saturday, so me and Chad do a pregame, postgame, whatever, and get it popping, man. I'm
gonna get with you, Devon. Well, maybe we'll do some slot selection of where we at and how many games and who teams, and I'll talk to you about it. I got an idea.
Sounds good, my brother. Well, yo, salute to everybody. Shot, give me a last word, my brother. We get up out of here.
Salute to you, Devon, as always. Salute to the chat. That is where it's at. All you great people out there, thank you for coming in here tonight, right before the Knicks game. And always seeing your names up in the chats and stuff like that. A lot of wise Knicks fans, Julian Blunt and so on, D-Ross and all of you guys, man. Salute to y'all and everybody in the chat. I'm just seeing, you guys really keep, like Devon said, y'all really keep us informed, because I swear to you, I keep saying this and I say it again. Every time y'all see me staring, looking like this, I'm looking at my TV to read your chats. You know what I mean? So if I look like I'm dazed out, that's because I'm reading your chats, and y'all always got good information and good ideas in that chat. So salute to y'all tonight. Let's get this win. Let's get it.
Like the God say, each one teach one, my brother.
Word up.
That's what it do. Yeah, listen, everybody, man. Y'all enjoy the game, man. We'll see y'all between now and the next one. Y'all have a great weekend. If we don't see y'all, man, y'all be safe out there. Do what you're doing, man, and keep grinding, keep hustling, do what you're doing, man. But first and foremost, be safe. Orange and blue skies all day, man. We're going to get it popping.
Word up.
That's where it's at, my brother Shab. I see you on the other side. Everybody, y'all have a good night, man. Appreciate y'all coming in. Knicks Real Talk Game Day. First and foremost, hit that like and subscribe button, running out the door.
Sir.
And we'll see y'all cats on the next one, man. Peace.
Let's get it.
Time for Divine Shot, KJ events. This Real Talk's the brand. You understand how we do, my man. I'm on that Friday night Knicks shit, dripping in Knicks shit. Up in the world, most famous arena with the click. That's the conglomerate. The Knicks Real Talk, the real prominent. I'm a bit like the Omicron variants, dominant. Paying homage to the cats in the chat. That's where it's at. Cause I'm hearing that. You don't care for hyperbole, we straight facts. We interact with the mob, the gods. Up in the pod, the squad, the side. My entourage be on the job, my energy. Feeling tripping in tempo. As they took my game plan, that my brand for loop and pursuit. Going hard like the New York City gritty committee. Cause that the Knicks we know is pretty, but we all stay giddy. But we embrace the fan base, hit the links, Anthony Mace. We drink the logo windows, airspace that appear like square space. Staring down on the Chase Bridge, look at that Knicks City drip. There's 50 dashes on the court, looking pretty legit. I stay true to the orange and blue. I thought you knew for him a few bars to shine like Star Divine to Mount Mars. Knicks Real Talk. Here we go, let's go.
Knicks Real Talk right here. I'm representing
Knicks Real Talk.
right here. Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
We here in the building.
Knicks Real Talk.
Let's get it.
Here we go, let's go.
Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Knicks Real Talk.
We here.
Here we go, let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, for real. Yes, sir.
Let's get it.